months. So what they did when anybody died, they would bring the bodies up here on this hill that I told you had been opened up for agriculture, and they'd come up here, dig a hole in the dark through the frozen ground, drop the body in, put the dirt on it, scatter the dirt in the snow, and walk away. No clue where anybody was buried. 52 bodies up here, no map, no records up here. Okay, so they just kind of left this end of the hill sort of alone, because there were bodies up here, but they didn't know where. In 1740, a hurricane comes through, and I don't know if you were in town on, was it Thursday or Friday or Wednesday? We had a ferocious rainstorm. The water comes rushing down this hill, washes the topsoil off this end of the hill. All manner of bones appear, including a pile down there in the harbor. What do? They gather them up. These are their ancestors, but they don't know anything about who is who. So they put them together in one place, and different families take custody of it. But they, those families die out or move away. The bones are here. What's going to happen? And then, on top of that, as they put these different structures up and the sewer lines and things, they kept digging up more graves. So now they've got quite a collection. What to do with them? So in 1880, when they put that tower over Plymouth Rock, they had a bronze chest, and they put all the bones in that. And then when they tore that down, they were faced with the same issue again. They said, never again. They came up here, and they put this sarcophagus in a pine box of all the bones that have been found up to this point. Now, we certainly don't have 52 persons worth, but that represents that first winter's losses. Now, on the back side are the names, and you'll see again the blanks I told you about earlier, where they lost it, and the significance of these people's lives. Bradford wrote in his journal, he said, truly, he said, as one small candle would light 1,000, so our light is shown unto many, even to our whole nation. There was an impact that went way beyond these lives. You might think there was a high cost of 50 people, but it was only 50 out of 100, not 90. And that 50, they didn't lose anything like that the next winter. None at all the next winter. In fact, their lifestyle, their living arrangements, they lived longer than they did in England. They were for 10 years they lived here like that, carefully being watched by other English Christians in England. There was pressures building, dealing with economy and politics, coming to a head in something called the English Civil War. In the decade prior to that, about 25,000 English Christians and people that thought like them, but maybe weren't quite so convicted religiously, they all piled into ships and came over to New England in 10 years. They called it the Great Migration. They all came here because Plymouth proved that disciplined people, godly people, could prosper in New England. So that New England settlement cast a real shape and effect on the later American nation called the United States. I mean, it's had a tremendous effect on it.